From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Hope you enjoyed today. Tomorrow's not going to be all that bad. Temperatures are dropping. Some of us will see some showers, others not as much. So again, it's kind of that transition day. So I'm calling Wednesday the transition day between the temperatures we've been experiencing the last several days to the temperatures we'll be experiencing later on in the week, along with the rain and the winds too. So the gusty south winds return tomorrow. They'll really progress and get stronger throughout the morning and into the afternoon, and they'll probably continue through Thursday and possibly even into early Friday as well. But I do expect the cooler and wetter pattern overall to kick in around Thursday. But we will see some activity as early as tomorrow. We'll see a closer look at that here in a second. But cooler, unsettled weather is going to continue well into, if not through all of next week. So once this cool and unsettled weather pattern kicks in, it's going to stick around most likely off and on all the way through next week. So a lot to talk about, but before we get into all of that, let's just get through Krueger's Quickcast here for your Tuesday, March 25th. Starting off with tonight, we're dropping down to the low to mid 50s. So another mild night for the valley, pretty mild even for the mountains, mainly in the 40s. And we've got those, looks like in the upper 40s, even low 50s for the coast. All right, heading out the door here for tomorrow morning. It's going to be a dry start still. You'll notice a few more clouds, especially for some of the higher elevations, mainly the high clouds though. Still those mild temperatures, not getting much lower than the 40s. Some of the cooler spots in the mountains will drop down to the upper 30s, but for the most part in the 40s for the higher elevations. So the high clouds that we did see today are right here, but we still have this ridge of high pressure that's in place. All of this activity right here though, that's moving in our direction, and that's what's going to be impacting our weather. First, in the form of wind. The wind will be here before the rain and high elevation snow arrives. So you can see these colors, that's a high wind warning. This darker shade of blue is a wind advisory, and this right here is a high wind watch. Bottom line, the winds will be strong. And I have a feeling that the National Weather Service may eventually come on board with some kind of advisory even for the valley. Because when we look at the winds, they're picking up even for the valley too, really across the board over Northern California. So by tomorrow morning, the winds, all right, they're not that bad just yet. They're beginning to pick up a little bit here for the coast. But then through the morning into midday, now we're seeing over 30 miles per hour in many cases, including the valley. And then Wednesday afternoon, now we're talking 30, 40, even 50 miles per hour. As I mentioned, this trend will continue Wednesday night through the day on Thursday and even through Thursday night as well. Now, as far as rain is concerned, not much for tomorrow. So let's take a look at Futurecast. So we start off with tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Some of the fog developing along the coast. Still mainly clear skies and dry conditions to start off the day tomorrow. Now the clouds will be on the increase. We'll notice some clouds coming in from the south. We'll call it partly cloudy for many of us, but still dry. Now what's happening is this. We've got the main band of moisture right here, but we've got this flow coming in from the southwest, south and southwest, and there are going to be some disturbances that will get caught up in that flow. And what that will do is potentially bring in us a chance for a few isolated showers, maybe even some thunderstorms developing through the afternoon on Wednesday. So again, there's that main band right here, but we're seeing these disturbances really pop up, maybe a chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Now, much like the previous forecast model runs, they're still pretty much on track with showing most of it in northern Trinity County, possibly even northern Shasta County, parts of Siskiyou County, and even Modoc County getting in on it as well. Then we take you to about 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and you can see it's still fairly dry in the valley. Now, with all of that said, some of those thunderstorms are getting awfully close to the north end of the valley, around Redding, Old Shasta, Palisadro, maybe Anderson. So we can't rule out a stray shower or a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon, even for the north end of the valley. But for the most part, as you can see, it should be dry. Now, this is the main band of moisture really breaking apart once it does move over the coastal range. So the heavier rainfall will be in the coast, and then just some light showers after that. And then, of course, more coming in as we take you into your Thursday as well. So here's your forecast for tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies, mainly dry, mid-70s. So remember I was saying enjoy the weather while you can. This will actually be better. I like 75 better than 85, that's for sure. And the temperatures in the 60s and 70s for the higher elevations, and for the coast, you've got those temperatures in the mid-60s. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and this is where we start to see the bigger changes. From 75 on Wednesday to 62 Thursday, we keep it in the low 60s for the most part, even some upper 50s in there, with off and on chances for rain each and every single day. The best chance for a break, once the showers do move in, will be on Saturday. And then you can see more showers coming in after that. And really, that's the case with those drier conditions on Saturday across the board for the coast, inland, mountains, valley, everyone. And we take a look at Siskiyou, Modoc County, Eastern Mountains, also the off and on chances for showers. Really as early as tomorrow for Mount Shasta, you saw that chance for showers, possible thunderstorms, and then off and on all the way. And if we were to extend this even through the end of next week, that would be the case with off and on showers continuing. All right, before we get into the deeper dive, there is a free Weather NorCal app I want you to download to your phone today if you haven't done so already. Just go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, download the app for free, check it out, explore. If you find you don't like it, take it off your phone. That's all I say. But this is a hyper-local weather app. And when it says, do you want notifications, push yes, because it will tell you when there are different watches and warnings for your area. It won't tell you for other areas outside of where you are, but where you are. It'll do that. And if it asks you to track you, basically it's not tracking you, it's not following you, but basically if you go anywhere outside of the North State, it will give you a forecast for wherever you are. It needs to know where you are, though. That's the only reason why it does that. But check it out. Download it for free. Like I said, if you don't like it, take it off your phone. All right, so here it is. We've got this ridge of high pressure right here, area of low pressure to our west. This is the warmer air that's been in place over the last several days. That's moving out, and what's going to replace it is this, cooler and unsettled weather. What does that mean? Off and on chances for showers, essentially. So here's what and cooler temperatures and wind too. All right, so let's start off by taking a look at the rain here over the next several days through the next 7 days or so. So here we are, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. As mentioned, it will be dry. Some clouds moving in through the morning hours, but still dry. By the afternoon, you see the shower. See this right here? This is not too far from Redding. We're seeing these thunderstorms developing. Keep in mind, the forecast models don't always pick up on the exact location where these showers and thunderstorms will pop up. So if we see one pop up over Redding, hey, wouldn't be surprised. Okay, that's in the afternoon. Here's the main band of moisture, and you can even maybe see a little bit of activity in Siskiyou and even Modoc County, seeing that potential. Northeastern Shasta County as well. Now, we are going to start to see that activity kind of break apart, die down by the time we get to the evening hours, but still some light showers off to the west of the valley. You can see it's not very heavy at all. Now we take you into Thursday morning. It gets a little bit more impressive. You see how the rain is getting a little bit heavier, but still isolated showers. And I don't expect a lot for the valley. Yeah, we do have some of those showers moving through the morning hours on Thursday, but it's not very much. The valley actually getting shadowed a little bit as most of the rain looks to be north and west of the valley and east of the valley as well. That's midday Thursday. Let's take you into Thursday afternoon. Again, it's surrounding the valley where we're seeing the heavier amounts of rainfall, but just not much making its way to the valley floor. But we're still going to see showers, don't get me wrong. It just, for the most part, won't be that heavy. There may be a brief period of some moderate to heavy rainfall for some of you in the valley, but overall, most of that's going to be confined in the higher elevations, even through Thursday night at 10 o'clock. All right, so let's take a look at the amount of rainfall we can expect through Thursday night. Most of it, as you'd expect, to the north and west of the valley. Look at the valley. Less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall is a very good possibility. And then you can see some higher amounts kind of surrounding the valley and the foothills. 1.3, for example, in Mount Shasta. Now we take a look at the snow. You have to go up pretty high in elevation to see any accumulating snow, 4,500 feet or so. That's why we're seeing a little bit out towards Quincy, Chester, and Portola. Otherwise, you have to go in the highest of elevations in order to see that. So it may impact some of your mountain travel, especially east of I-5 over some of the higher mountain passes, but overall it shouldn't have major impacts. All right, so let's take a look at Futurecast for Thursday into Friday. All right, so here we are on Friday, 7 a.m. You see how we have most of the activity in the higher elevations, not much in the valley. Okay, and then we go into Friday around midday, not much for the valley, scattered showers in the higher elevations. Now we're still seeing a few light showers for the valley, most of it once again in the mountains and along the coast. As we take you into Saturday morning, there may be some leftover showers Saturday morning, but by Saturday afternoon, I am expecting drier conditions. So now we're going to take what we add on top of what we've already seen. This, quite honestly, I'm going to be honest, I think this is overdoing it for Redding. But I would say at most for the Valley, even through Friday night into Saturday morning, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. This might be overdoing it for Redding. Much less out for the north and east, and this is where we expect most of that rainfall coming in. Again, this is just through Saturday morning. Now, as we take a look at the extended and keep going in time here, we get that break on Saturday I was talking about, Saturday afternoon. This is coming in on Sunday. Now, this one looks to be a little bit more impressive. So that's what we got going on Sunday. Then we go into Monday. Not very impressive, is it? But we have more rain coming in Tuesday, and then we've got this right here coming in next Wednesday. So you get the idea. This wet weather pattern, once it sets up, we've got one system after another, most likely through the end of next week, if not longer, that we'll see off and on chances for rain. And some days we see much heavier rain than others. So we take a look at just through Monday. Of course, we took a look at through Wednesday, but this model looks through Monday. And you can see now we're getting closer to, say, 3/4 of an inch, give or take. Could we get up to an inch in Redding through Monday? Sure, it's a possibility. But again, we're not going to see much more than that. Most of it, though, as you can see, will be along the coast and for the foothills and mountains surrounding the valley, much less typically, as we see, off to the north and east. So wetter than normal conditions are in the forecast. As we take a look at the extended outlook, the darker the shade the green, the better the chance we see the above normal rainfall. And that's where we are. Better chances of seeing that. All right, the winds. The winds are going to be picking up here. They're going to be picking up through the day, through the morning, really, tomorrow. Wind advisory, high wind warning, high wind watch. The valley may eventually see, at the very least, a wind advisory, if not already. So just kind of bear that in mind. But I just show you these because that's what the Weather Service is showing. But I'm going to show you what is going to happen. All right, so here's we go. Here's Wednesday. Through the morning hours, the winds start to pick up. Not that bad tomorrow morning. You're going to say, well, where are those winds? Well, by the time we get to the afternoon, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now we're talking 25, 30, 35 miles per hour. They start to pick up even more once we get into Thursday. In fact, Thursday is the day that I expect even stronger winds. Now we're talking 40, 50 miles per hour for Crescent City. Here's central Siskiyou County along the I-5 corridor. Not good for high-profile vehicles, right? But still some very gusty winds there, over 50 miles per hour. And probably a little over 30 miles per hour for the valley, but look at that. Now it really starts to kind of flare up here going into midday Thursday. Now we're approaching that 60 mile per hour range. Same situation for central Siskiyou County, 30, 40, probably even 50 miles per hour in the valley. And look at off in the eastern mountains. We're looking at some gusty winds. This could quite possibly be the same type of wind event that we saw a little over a week ago when we saw the power outages. You see, even at 6 p.m. on Thursday, still very strong winds. Even going into Thursday night, the winds are still fairly strong, but we're starting to see signs of the winds subsiding a bit. So probably still even a little gusty for Friday morning, most likely dying down a little bit by Friday afternoon. There's the cooler than normal conditions that we do expect looking at the long range. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Still 75 tomorrow above normal for Redding. But look at this prolonged period of below normal temperatures. Most likely through the end of next week, or getting close to it, because we're getting close to, if not right around normal, by next Friday. But you get the idea. This warming trend that we've been experiencing, it's not going to last for much longer. We've got much cooler weather in store for us. I mean, it's not going to be cold, but we're going to be much cooler than we have been. Looking at the wave heights through tomorrow, they start to pick up here, and there actually is going to be more of these advisories, small craft advisories, high, gale warnings, the works, as we go over the next few days. So be prepared for that if you do need to be on a small boat. But for tomorrow morning, no advisories, just some of the showers, but the winds are picking up tomorrow morning from the south at about 20 to 25 knots. All right, so let's take a look at our forecast once again here for tonight. Still mild in the valley, low to mid 50s, 40s for most of the higher elevations, and upper 40s for you along the coast. And we take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. 60s and 70s. I do expect that by the afternoon, we've got some showers in the forecast and maybe some thunderstorms out towards, say, Weaverville, Lewiston, Trinity Center, northward. Northern Trinity County could see a chance for a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Down to the south, Southern Trinity County, most likely not. Maybe even dry conditions, although by tomorrow evening the showers kick in. All right, so here's the coast for central southern Humboldt County. Temperatures mainly in the mid-60s, give or take. Up north, about 73 for Orleans. You've got a chance for showers tomorrow afternoon. Gas Key, about 67, and 63 degrees in Smith River. For Siskiyou County, I'd expect to maybe see a chance for thunderstorms in western Siskiyou County, Scott Valley, say central Siskiyou County around Weed, Mount Shasta, Dunsmuir. But as you head to the east, those chances may be a bit slimmer for tomorrow. And then we continue the off and on showers here through at least the middle, if not latter part of next week, with that break on Saturday. Modoc County, yeah, you may see a stray shower or thunderstorm. For now, I'm keeping it dry for Wednesday. There you can see the off and on here for Thursday, Friday, and then, of course, going into next week as well. Your eastern mountains neighborhood forecast. Temperatures mid to upper 60s, even around 70 out towards Westwood, 72 degrees out in Susanville. And your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Your temperatures in the mid 70s. So yeah, another gorgeous day actually with temperatures mid 70s. You really can't complain about that. I'm going to keep you dry through the day on Wednesday for Chico, but there's a chance for showers Thursday, Friday, a break on Saturday, and more often on showers for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. All right, taking the valley up to the north here, 73 degrees for the city of Shasta Lake, 75 out in Bella Vista, and 75 degrees in Red Bluff. Here's your 7-day forecast for Redding. Now, I've got you dry on Wednesday, but again, keep in mind, we could possibly see a stray shower or maybe even a brief thunderstorm coming in Wednesday afternoon. Otherwise, dry with temperatures mid-70s, much cooler by the time we get into Thursday, Friday, with a chance for off and on showers. That break on Saturday, more showers starting Sunday into Monday and Tuesday of next week. That is your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and 7 o'clock tomorrow morning live on Coffee with Krueger. Have a great night.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.